This has good power specification, 165 watts into 4 ohms and 85 watts into 8 ohms. A lot of power for a small box like this, but does it work great with small speakers? And is it able to handle larger floor standing speakers? How does it sound at low volume versus cranking it up to higher volumes? Does it deliver well with its built-in DAC? Welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you very much. And I've got this for review today. This is the SMSL AO300 integrated amplifier with built-in DAC. This is a review unit which I have to return after reviewing. It shows signs of being used and abused, but I hope it doesn't affect the sound. Yeah, one of the signs is that looking at this screen protector, it has lots of bubbles. Yeah, so I suppose it has been removed and pasted on many times. As well as the box, you can see the box is dented all over, even at the back. Yeah, it's broken. And one more thing is this, but before I do that, let me just turn this off, unplug this, and I will show you. The door of the optical port is dislodged. I'm not sure if you're able to see that. I hope it doesn't affect the sound quality. I'm primarily just going to be using the optical port, feeding the digital stream into the optical port. So let's take a look at the other sections at the back. In the power section, there's a power button, which feels pretty good, and a 3-pin IEC power socket, and speaker binding post, 5-way or maybe less than 5-way. Because it doesn't look like you can put a spade in there, but I'm pretty sure you can put a small pin connector in there, as well as the standard banana plugs that most people will use. And in the digital section, we have the optical ports, HDMI, ARC, USB, as well as Bluetooth and coaxial. Okay, the Bluetooth comes with an antenna. Okay, and also the analog input, as well as a subwoofer out. So if you are using bookshelf speakers like this and you want more bass, okay, you can attach a active subwoofer to this. So other accessories that come in the box other than the antenna, Bluetooth antenna, there is a HDMI cable, a USB cable, Type A to Type C USB cable, or Type C to Type A, depending on which direction you're looking at it, as well as a remote control, a very simple remote control. The remote control comes in a hard plastic, so it won't get sticky over time, which is a good thing. In the front, there are two headphone sockets. One is 4.4 mm and the other one at the bottom is a 1/4 inch. And this is a volume knob as well as a button. Okay, the tactile is very good, and the turning has a clicking effect. Okay, and here's the screen. It may look very big, but the effective screen is only as wide as only this part. And the words are quite small. Yeah, once you go into the menu, the words are quite small. And overall, the casing design and the front panel looks very nice with this curve here, and the SMSL badge and the high-res audio badge. Okay, so it looks good, It comes in a silver color as well as a black color. So other than being mostly digital, it has one set of RCA inputs at the back. It's going to be quite versatile for this. I can actually plug my Audiolab DAC to this and bypass the DAC inside and do a little comparison between the two DACs. Firstly is the DAC and amplifier inside of this, driving the speakers, versus the Audiolab DAC going into the amplifier and going to the speakers. The speakers on duty here are of a variety of sizes, from a small bookshelf to a slim tower to that large floor stander right there. That's the NHT 2.5i. It has an 8-inch subwoofer on the side that goes down to 29 Hz. Overall sensitivity is about 86 decibels, impedance at 6 ohms that dips down to 3.6 ohms. So that means it's a very difficult pair of speakers to drive. Is the AO300 able to handle that? Since it has a very ambitious specification of 165 watts into 4 ohms and 85 watts into 8 ohms. I'm very interested to put its claim to the test. It's going to be interesting to find out how this little box here is going to handle that. And I will also compare the amplifier inside of this with this huge power amplifier, and let's see what differences do they make. And by the way, the amplification in the AO300 is supplied by an IC chip from Germany's Infineon Technologies. And the DAC is from Cirrus Logic, not as highly regarded as the ESS Sabre or AKM. But how does it sound in this box? Is the Cirrus Logic designed in synergy with the amplifier? Would the combination sound good or bad? Let's find out. I'm going to talk about the sound already, but before that, right, I'm going to show you inside the menu because there are a lot of settings that can be made to change the sound tonality, which is a good thing. It has a lot of potential, right, to change the sound to suit your taste, suit the music that you play, the speakers, your room, and things like this. But for my listening test, right, I'm just going to set this to as flat as possible so that I have a reference point so that I can put this up against this as well as this. Okay, let's dive into the menu by pressing this button, and in the input, you will be able to select the various inputs. Yeah, so I'm going to select optical as well as output. Okay, for output, you can choose whether you want to output the speakers or headphones. Okay, I'm just going to select speakers, and there's an EQ. So EQ, you can play direct. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, direct, as well as other settings as you can see here. Okay, so I'm going to choose direct, and then you can tune the treble as well as the bass. Okay, it's up to 9 dB. Okay, plus 9 dB and minus 9 dB. So yep, I'm just going to set everything to flat. Okay, and there's a filter here, so the filter has very different settings. Okay, I'm just going to use the non-sampling, non-plus sampling. I think it stands for non-oversampling. Okay, and there's this color thing here. Okay, it changes the color of the screen. Yeah, all of them look quite terrible, so I'm just going to set it back to white. And then there's this BT clear. I think this is to clear all the Bluetooth devices that have been connected to this unit. Okay, there's a dimmer. Okay, I'm not too sure how this works, but then I don't care. Anyway, on the remote, you are able to turn off the screen if you think that it's too bright. And there's this reset to reset all the settings that you have made to factory setting, I believe. Okay, so yep, that's the menu system. And by the way, you can do all the settings with the remote control as well. So I first set this up in the bedroom, replacing this tiny TX that has been on duty for many years. Same thing, it's an amplifier with DAC inside. Very relaxing sound. I'm so used to it. Relaxing in the bedroom, listening to music. The model number is AI101DA. The spec says it puts out about 20 watts into 4 ohms. No mention about 8 ohms though, so I'm not so sure. Yeah, kind of low, 20 watts. Sounds so sad. And just a recap, this puts out 165 watts into 4 ohms and 85 watts into 8 ohms. And the speakers in use are the Raw Audio Windjammer. Okay, so I lounged back on my bed's cushioned headboard against the wall, started up teaser inside Win Pro Plus, and pressed play, and the first song that came out was this, okay, streaming into the AO300. This is the song The View Between Villages by Marian Beaulieu. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. The song opens up with a warm sounding yet crisp guitar. Okay, and I'm very happy to hear the finger slides without even concentrating. And the slides are not loud, but they are delicate, yet I can hear them decaying, yeah, slowly over the singer's voice, which is always very focused and has this high-pitched piercy quality. Not edgy, yeah, piercy, but piercy, and has this pressure on the eardrums kind of effect, which makes me very curious. And at around 2 minutes 50 seconds, right, the sound stage of the music evolves into a flashback ambience. Yeah, you know, those very haunting wall of sound that comes out to envelop you, yeah, around here. And then the initial crisp, focused guitar and vocal, right, creeps back into this scene, this soundscape scene, coming together with the haunting soundscape, yet each has its own space and very well defined. And with all the three-dimensional things happening, and the bass coming through with good weight, everything just become more exciting. Never heard anything more confident than this. So with the newfound excitement for what this can do so far, I decided to play the next song, Ghost Town by Adam Lambert. And I wonder if this AO300 is able to deliver the big resonating bass in this song, and how the music moves in and out between pinpoint focus and huge spaciousness. Okay, so it does deliver. The song starts with a dry metallic guitar, as we all know, and it works its way to more instruments coming in and his voice filling up the sound stage. Easy to hear every instrument here, and there. And the music building up to a big open spaciousness and big weighty cavernous bass. And by the way, where did the bass come from? I didn't know the raw audio can push this amount of bass. Yeah, but with this, it can. The soundstage is three-dimensional from left to right, front to back. The main takeaway for me is the bass. It's great. Never heard bass more confident than this. I don't get that kind of bass with the DAC and raw audio combo in the bedroom. Then I play Entering the Black Hole by Hugo Kent. Good instrument separation, good rhythmic timing. I can hear the flute is chasing the beats. It's a live performance. Yeah, the flute player, the flutist, what do you call a musician that plays the flute? Anyway, the flute notes are not in perfect timing with the beats in this live performance, and I can hear that the flute musician is chasing the beat. This shows the capability of the AO300, and it's actually kind of made me wonder, why do we still need big box amplifiers when a tiny box like this is so capable? And now it makes me very excited to find out whether this AO300 is able to grip a very inefficient and big speaker like this to deliver good sound in every department. And before we go to the ultimate challenge, the NHT 2.5i, good things await, I promise. Let's talk about the AO300 driving small speakers like this. This is the original Super Zero, NHT Super Zero, known for very good mid-range and highs. Transparent sound, but there is no bass whatsoever. Many of your desktop speakers can definitely pump up more bass than this ever could. The bottom end cuts off at 85 Hz, so Adam Lambert's Ghost Town sound really unexcited on this, especially after listening to bigger speakers. So instead, I play acoustic music on this, songs like Down the Years by Alan Taylor and Besame Mucho by this Simone Cop Major. Very clear sound at low volume. It has this high-pitched pressing quality to it, which makes me very curious again. What is it that makes me feel this pressing? Yeah, I will do an A-B comparison with the Audiolab MDAC to find out. Meanwhile, okay, back to this. Even with the pressing feeling, the clarity is top-notch. The piano sounds clear and percussive, saxophone sounds clear and raspy, voice and other instruments sound clear and very discernible. This is good news for people using speakers that are warm in nature, speakers that may not be as transparent as this Super Zero, but definitely add a subwoofer for oomph in the bottom end. Yeah, there is a subwoofer output at the back. Okay, ultimate challenge, hooking up the AO300 to the NHT 2.5i speakers. How can such a small box drive anything good out of these big and inefficient speakers? Guess what? Surprise, surprise. Solid bass with good definition, good grip of things overall. Makes me question again why the need for big box amplifiers. Class AB, 130 watts. Why? The AO300 delivers instruments ever more clearly defined in their own pockets. Here, there, and there, with more three-dimensional soundstage than the MDAC and big amplifier combination. It's more able to position some instruments closer to the front, okay, forward sounding, and some to the back, with very good definition and separation of things that some would say, I believe, is an inky black background. And may I repeat, the bass is really tight and heavy. Yeah, yet it's able to pick it up very quickly and hammer it down again. Very impressive and excitable sound quality. So what about the piercy high-pitched pressing feeling that I mentioned a few times? What is that? To find out, I bypassed the internal DAC of the AO300 and used the Audiolab MDAC, yeah, connecting the Audiolab to the AO300 via the RCA input at the back. And I play the song again, yeah, the same song, Entering the Black Hole by Hugo Kent. At around the 6 minutes and 15 seconds mark, where the hi-hats come in, it becomes immediately evident that the Cirrus Logic DAC lacks some layers of texture. The Cirrus Logic sounds like this, tss, 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 okay? Whereas the Audiolab MDAC is able to resolve more information that sounds like which provides a fuller picture of how a hi-hat should sound. Okay, I can't fully replicate the metal sound with my mouth, obviously. You have to hear the difference to know what I mean. What about cranking up the volume? Is it necessary? Actually, there is really no need for it. It already feels loud even at low volumes. The forward elements make it feel loud, but if you want, I'm sure you can, and it will deliver. But be careful not to blast your ears. In conclusion, I would say this is a very capable amplifier, and I encourage everyone, even if you own a big power amplifier costing 10 times as much, get this for the fun of doing a comparison with in your system and be amazed at what it can do. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and see you again in the next video. Bye.